AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. New Orleans is shaken.
I wish I understood better why bad things happen to good people.
That is Senator John Kennedy after a pickup truck rammed into a crowd early this morning in the French Quarter. At least 10 people are dead. New Orleans Police Commissioner Ann Kirkpatrick says this is evil.
And when we face evil, we have a choice. We can run in fear, or we can indeed stand in strength.
The FBI's Aletha Duncan says the driver was Shamsud Din Jabbar. He was shot and killed in a shootout with police.
The person was an Army veteran. We believe he was honoring discharge, but we're working through this process, figuring out all this information.
They do not think he acted alone. Investigators have reviewed video of 3 men and a woman placing explosives. The Sugar Bowl was supposed to be played tonight in New Orleans. Georgia versus Notre Dame in a college football playoff game. CEO Jeff Hundley says it has been moved to tomorrow night.
We live in the fun and games world with what we do, but we certainly recognize the importance of this, and we're going to support it 100%.
A photo circulated among law enforcement officials showed a bearded Jabbar wearing camouflage next to the truck after he was killed. A New Year's Eve fireworks explosion in a Honolulu area neighborhood killed at least 3 people and critically injured 20 others. Officials in Honolulu report 4 other serious fireworks injuries unrelated to that blast. Power was restored to nearly all electrical customers across Puerto Rico after a sweeping blackout plunged the territory into darkness New Year's Eve. Still, Luma Energy warns customers could still see temporary outages in the coming days. It said full restoration across the island could take up to 2 days. 1 person died, 7 others injured when a Tesla truck caught fire and exploded outside President-elect Donald Trump's Las Vegas hotel. This is AP News. Local officials say Israeli strikes in Gaza killed at least 12 people.
As the nearly 15-month war ground on into the new year with no end in sight. Mostly women and children were among the dead when a strike hit a home in the Jabalia area of northern Gaza. At Al-Aqsa Hospital in central Gaza, friends and family gathered around the body of a woman and a child killed in a separate strike in the Burej refugee camp. Meanwhile, Israeli security forces were investigating part of a missile that was reportedly launched from Yemen and intercepted by Israel. The debris landed in a street in Bet Shemesh and no injuries were reported. I'm Nayan Kim.
Parts of the United Kingdom were flooded New Year's Day as heavy rain and powerful winds continued to disrupt celebrations. Several communities in the Manchester area were flooded, with several homes evacuated and cars submerged up to their roofs. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
Good morning, Marianas. So many things we gotta discuss. Happy day, Tirawami greetings. To Rhoda, Guam, Saipan, and Tinian. For all your island news. From a beautiful place with Pacific views. It's always so much fun. Good morning, Marianas.
It's the first broadcast of 2025. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You're looking live down on the street here in Oleai. That is Beach Road, where traffic is nice and mostly non-existent today. This is how it works. It's been like a ghost town this morning because most people have a bonus day off this year. And it's the first 2 days of the year they are off. This is great. Hey, if you're trying to get around town, today is the day to do it because it is a piece of cake trying to get around in Saipan because everybody's off today. That's right. All these government jobs, they are off. The only place where it's slow right now is down by the tennis courts over there in Garapan. It's a true story. That's exactly what it is. Oh, in fact, hold on. Wait a minute. Why am I seeing both of these things on here? Let me get this one off. Kapow. And let me open that one up a little bit. Another kapow, and you guys will be able to see it here in just a second. Yeah, we're looking at traffic down in Saipan for sure. Hold on, look at all this stuff. My goodness, what is going on, Brad? You can't talk and do this stuff at the same time. I say nay. Take a look. You're looking live right now. That is Garapan. You see traffic has stopped up a little bit, but it's really not that bad over there by the tennis courts. It's actually pretty nice. I can't complain at all about that because, one, I don't have to drive right now. I'm already here where I need to be. Well, you guys might be out there on the road. It's not that bad at all. Well, anyway, I'll tell you what. We're going to continue to take a look at all the other traffic spots all around Saipan. And should we do it now? Yeah, let's do it now. Okay, I guess we're going to do it now. All right, well, here we go. So that's what we're looking at over there by the traffic over there by the tennis courts at AMP in Garapan, Navy Hill, Micro Beach Road, Middle Road, all converge into one spot. And right now, it's not too bad. All right, we're going to scroll out all the way down. People making their way down from Tonopah, looking okay at the bottom of Capitol Hill. Looks pretty good, actually. It's pretty smooth. And maybe people are starting to get there early because they want to have some lunch over there at Ena's Kitchen. Not a bad idea. It sounds like a pretty good idea, especially if they got the specials going on today. Well, you know what? It looks pretty mild all the way through. How low is traffic? It even looks good at the old AK intersection. That soup sandwich, let's call it, over there, still doesn't look too bad this morning. It's only a little bit of folks who are coming southbound on Beach Road. Other than that, it looks pretty good in every direction. Even over there by IT&E, where it meets up with CMG and Middle Road, looking pretty good. How about all the way south? Okay, can never be good over there in Chalumpiao, right? Can't be good. Oh, no. I was hoping, but my hoping was wrong. Hey, it's not that bad, though. Those guys just been waiting for a little bit, but still, it's way better than it normally is over there at the intersection for Subway and Mobile over there in Chalumpiao because they've got all that construction, but they are getting a bonus because there's no traffic. Again, there's no school. So it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I see all you guys. 1 second. Happy New Year to all you guys. I'm seeing you guys out there in the comments already. Jeez, this is great. Great day. All right, well, we'll flip you back over here and bring you right back in studio. And there we are. Hooray! I knew today was going to be kind of a chill day. I'm like, yeah, today's just kind of like a hoodie day. That's what we're going to roll with this morning as we get ready to ring in the new year. Let's see who we got out here in the comments. Louisa, good morning. My MVP. You are awesome. Great to see you this morning. J Dubs, Happy New Year to you. Great to see you. Vincent Raymond, great to see you as well. And hey, I agree with you. Saipan is beautiful. And you said you miss home. You can't wait to be back on island. You got plans. Let us know when you're coming back in. JJ7, good morning. Great to see you today as well. And we're seeing you guys all over the place. I see you guys on the NMI News Service. I can see you guys over on the Good Morning Marianas page, as well as on our YouTube channel, which is available for you. And a lot of people like that for a lot of different reasons. One, because it's nice and easy. And two, because they're able to stream it on their TV nice and easy. And that's what a lot of folks do, whether they're at their home or at their offices. A lot of people do the show that way. So holy smokes. What did you guys do for New Year's? Hey, good morning. Hey, Diego, great to see you. So great to see you this morning. Oh, Representative Vincent Aldon, great to see you, man. Happy New Year to you. Great to see you as well, man. I hope you guys all had a great New Year's. I don't know how you guys brought it in this year, whether you did it at one of the major events, whether you did it like small kind over at home with the family, or maybe you were at Managaha. Maybe you were out on a boat. Who knows where you were? Maybe you're in the mainland or a different country or anything. But let us know if you guys got some nice photos or some videos and all that stuff. You know, we've got something tapped up for all the different New Year's celebrations that were happening around the world that we're going to put the video on in a little bit. But Associated Press got a whole bunch of video from all over the world, countries all over, bringing in the new year because we need something to celebrate for sure. With all the craziness that's happening in the world, one thing that we can get together about is that we are entering into a new year. So that's pretty nice and pretty easy. I can tell you what, though, over at Crown Plaza on New Year's Eve, it was great. I loved it. My favorite, there's so many great moments over there. But one of them was just seeing one of these tourist guys just totally in love with the band, dancing like right in front of the band, like right at him, like standing in front of the microphone while the lead singer was performing. Dancing. I remember my first beer. But you know, I don't know if the guy was drunk, but I know that he was enjoying himself, and that was the best. I mean, it was just so funny. It was funny to see, but it was nice to see. It was just an expression of joy, and I think that's what we could all use a little bit of for sure. Hey, great to see you. Hey, you're tuned in. Keep it coming with the press. Yeah, I got to now. I mean, we don't have the Saipan Tribune anymore. Hey, good morning, Samson. Great to see you as well. Alan, thanks for tuning in. Great to see you this morning. Man, today is the first real day for me. This is the real first non-Saipan Tribune day for me because they still had some stuff digitally and everything, but now it's done. It's a weird feeling that it's not going to be around. I mean, I worked there for about 4 years, and I definitely learned so much. It gave me so many opportunities. I got to learn about who we are as a community and get to learn where everybody works, their titles, all that kind of stuff. And that was my introduction to the real community in Saipan. Now, that's not what brought me to Saipan. You know, like people who know me know I came out here with TSA like 22 years ago, creeping up on 23 years ago now. Oh my gosh, can you believe it? And I stayed, you know, and my first real job that kept me here was the Tribune. And that's the one where I really got to know people from Saipan, where I got to know, hey, that's Senator so-and-so, that's Representative so-and-so, Congressman so-and-so. And, you know, I never understood it. Like when I would see picnic tables that would say Kong, someone's name, right? And it stand for Congressman. Like there were picnic tables at all these different events, chairs, tents, you name it. Kong, period. Insert somebody's name here. I had no idea what that meant. I thought maybe that was some kind of a title. Maybe that was someone's last name. I don't know. Just some dude got here picking up shells. Slade the Blade, Slade Adelby. Great to see you. Good morning, man. Great to see you out here. Last time I saw him, he was out there punching a heavy bag over there at Laddie-Bell. Great to see you, man. But that's when I first got out here, man. And with the job that kept me here was the Saipan Tribune. And again, that's how I got to know everybody. And one of the best ways, I got to do a couple of like real like news stories, but they were not really there all the time because they had a great staff already. They got me in for sports, and that is the great connector. That's where I got to meet the people who cut the grass and the people who own the mansions. You know, the people who run the agencies and the people that are driving the rusted out trucks who go to work every day. Like that was the best thing for me because I got to meet everyone. And it really helped me be poor also. I'm telling I was definitely poor. I was so poor we couldn't even afford the last OR. I was just po. I know that's an old joke and it's not mine, but I'll still use it because I think it's hilarious. But hey, that's what happened. I had to figure stuff out. And there's no way I could have done family stuff back then, but I wasn't really looking for it at that time either, so it was probably okay. But back then, really just getting to know everybody and getting to know them from like I got to go to the parties and I got to eat all the food. I clearly still get to eat food, but it was a great connector. I got to know the people at the hotels, but like all the local folks. Before that, I didn't have to know like somebody's the title of this or that as a federal employee. It didn't really matter to me because I didn't have to interact with anybody. I was in my own little world, my isolated world with the federal government. And now, well, I mean, that was a long time ago now. That all ended back in 2004 before I started with the Tribune. So it was... it's weird to see them not there. And I know what brought the Tribune about. And now I think it's probably a good time we could talk about it a little bit because now it's officially done, right? But the Tribune started like 30 years ago. And it started because Tan Holdings had such a terrible reputation. Not just Tan Holdings, but the garment industry in general. But it was Tan Holdings. You know, Willie Tan and the Tan Holdings company. 30 years ago, it's not today, guys. I'm just telling you, 30 years ago, their reputation was terrible because the reputation of treating employees bad, making them live like slaves in the barracks, not letting them out, locking them in. You know, if you get pregnant, you get sent home. Or they would do what they said, those, maybe not them, right? But this was just part of the garment factory in general, like the forced abortions, you know, all that kind of stuff. And so to help take some of the heat off of Tan Holdings decided to start the Saipan Tribune. And when I got here, people still used to call it the Tan Rag. It's true. You guys, it sounds awful, right? A lot of these people, how could you say that? Hey, I didn't come up with it. This is what people called it. They said that it was just a mouthpiece for political lobbying and to make Tan Holdings look better and to push the agenda of the friends of Tan Holdings, like whether it's the congressman or the candidates or the governor, you name it. That's what they said. It's what everybody said was the purpose of the Saipan Tribune. And it was. At the very beginning, that's how they viewed it too. But then a funny thing happened. They stuck around. Those people who were reporting were doing more for the community by getting to know them and tell people's stories. People who might have been hesitant at first bought into it because they liked seeing themselves in the paper. They liked seeing their story told to people. And you know what? It was right, and it was the good thing, and it was the way to go. And so mission accomplished for Tan Holdings because that Tan Rag was transformed into a local institution. And I loved it. I loved it when I worked there. I'll tell you, I remember all kinds of things about the organization that was screwed up from the local point of view. And truly, that's why that working there gave me a great perspective. Because back then, minimum wage was like $3.05. Do you remember that? It's 20 years ago, right? But can you remember that the minimum wage was $3.05? True story. So I remember there were only like 2 local employees, and I was local. Sean Semin and I, we made dirt when we worked there, like $3 an hour. They bumped us up a little bit. They gave us salary. We thought we were cool because they gave us salary because we were making $14,400 a year. Salary, right? That's when the laws were different. So, you know, clocking in, clocking out, not a big deal when you're only making $14,000 a year as salary. So like when you have to go out and get the stories and write them and everything. And, you know, when people would cry foul about the terrible salaries for contract workers back then, I'm like, you guys are full of it. You're full of it. Tell me that they're only making $3.05. We're making the same per hour than they were, right? I mean, we eventually got up to like $5-6 or something like that. I don't remember what it was. But I'm like, we're making the same money that they are, but they're getting 3 hot meals a day. They're getting their housing paid for. They're getting their vehicles paid for, their gas, their health insurance. We're just making that dollar per hour compensation. But all the other packages, everybody else at that place made more money than the local employees. All the contracted reporters and everything, they ended up making way more than us. It's true. That working there was my first local job, and that's what told me, like, holy crap, people in Saipan have to live like this. And then it's almost like, how can we hear this stuff from the folks who were saying, oh, like when they went to Congress, the stripper/prostitutes who went to Congress saying how bad they have it here. I'm like, they have it better than the locals. They get all this other stuff. They get their housing, they get their medical, they get their meals. Everyone here just makes minimum wage. Anyway. So now, hey, good morning, Anna. Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. But that's what bothered me about that. But anyway, about that whole going to Congress, which is, by the way, what people ended up using to leverage us losing control over our immigration. That kind of crazy one-sided story that wasn't really reflective of what life was like for local folks who were actually doing worse than what the contract workers were getting. It's a true story. Like that, our economy might have been doing better, but to say that that's a reason why you need to get rid of our immigration was crazy. Anyway, I learned all that because I worked for the Saipan Tribune, and I'm going to keep going. So I remember, Sean and I remember this great, where we're making like dirt over there. Hey, Caleb, good to see you. We're making dirt money over there and hungry. I'll tell you, we were eating like poverty food. I'm talking like the 25 cent ramens and popping in like a can of peas or a can of corn, right? That kind of stuff. But you can't make that there, right? You can eat that at home all you like to keep yourself going. But there, like while it's raining or the storms are happening and everything, like they're having their meals brought in. So all these guys are eating their catered meals while we're sitting there with stomachs grumbling. Yep. Can't tell me that was cool. I like it even better where Tan Holdings took it one level higher. They were trying to screw us over a little bit. So what they ended up doing, so we're only making that $14,400 as reporters. Again, this is the local rate. This is not what everybody else was making. This was the local rate without all those benefits. So then the federal government changed the regulations to what the minimum was for salary, right? Salary, I think it went up to like $24,000 or something like that. And so the Tribune said, you can, they changed the way we got paid. They said, we're not going to change it where you're not going to lose any money, but we got to make sure that you are an hourly person now, not salary. So what we're going to do, we know that you work more than what you're putting in. So we know that you're working more than 40 hours. So we'll just say to make sure that you get the same amount that you work this much per hour, and then we'll give you this much as overtime, but it's always going to keep you at that same salary level. Okay, cool. So as long as our pay wasn't going to change, it was just going to change on paper where they show like how much of it's OT. So I don't remember the exact hours, but let's just say you're going to work 40 hours of regular time, and then we're going to give you like 20 hours of overtime or something. I don't remember. Again, this is going back to 2004. So I don't remember. 2004. It ended up at like 2007. So then I that brought up red flags to me. I'm like, oh, so you're calling this overtime, but it's not overtime. This is regular time. You know, you said when we signed these contracts to be employees that we're going to make so much, and now you're going to say that we're going to get so much. So, all right. So you're calling it overtime, but it's our regular time. Okay, sure. Then they said, all right, new directive. We're getting rid of all the overtime. I'm like, all right, so are you saying that we're getting rid of overtime, or are you saying you're cutting our pay? And they said, well, we're not officially cutting your pay. We're just not giving you overtime anymore, and we're not adjusting your salary to do it. So they were literally going to cut us. They were going to cut us below that just based on those hours. And I'm like, well, this bullshit. You can't do this. And this Howley guy here raised a friggin' ruckus over there arguing with all these folks. I'm like, this is not right. And like they were telling me, no, by the way, these conversations weren't happening with the editor or anything like that. Hey, Kim, great to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. Thanks. I love that you're watching. It's sorry about your phone about to die, but thanks for tuning in. It's great to have you. So anyway, that wasn't like with the editorial staff or anything. It wasn't with JV or Mark, but I was telling them like, hey, they're about to cut our salary. There's only a couple of us here who get this, and they're going to cut that out now. And we don't get all those other things. I mean, we're literally not going to be, I know you're cutting overtime, but you're cutting overtime from what we were getting from our base salary before, not removing it, right? So they were, it was Ed Salas, and Ed Salas wasn't making this decision on his own. He was being told what to do from higher ups. I'm like, Ed, this is not fair at all. It's not fair. It's not like when people are with their government jobs working overtime hours to supplement, right? No. This is different. This is their solution to how we're going to work the same amount of time because they know it's not a 40-hour-a-week job being a reporter. So they ended up acquiescing and letting us, they figured it out basically. They just adjusted our stuff. And that was 20 years ago. I can't imagine what they went through, but when you look at like how everything has gone with them, they ended up becoming more of a respected outlet, right? I know that there's people out there who take shots at reporters and all that other stuff about whether or not they're good or whatever. But the thing is, they went to a regular staple in our society. They were great. They were there. They told our stories. They were there for our big moments. They were there to shine lights on things that shouldn't have been happening and all that. And now we don't have them anymore. 30 years later. Now the question is why? Now the official story that comes out is that it's all about the money. Hey, the economy sucks. We can't do it anymore. It was okay, but they're losing money and losing money and losing money. Well, it turns out that's not the case. At least unofficially. From people who would have been official sources there who don't work there anymore. And they told us the same thing. Hey, good morning, Jerry. Different Jerry. They told us that it wasn't about the money. They said that there were more pressures coming in, that they don't want people to report negatively on China. They don't want people to report negatively on Tan Holdings or any administration, and that they receive pressure from foreign sources to close down. How about that? They said, hey, Tan Holdings has a lot of holdings in China. They manufacture a lot of stuff in China. China's not a big fan of reporters reporting on what's happening in Taiwan and what's happening in China. And it might be in your best interest if you eliminate the Saipan Tribune. Yes, sir. Yes, Chairman. And like that, there's no more Saipan Tribune. Granted, this is from people who are involved there who just were unhappy. I know. You got to weigh it, right? Is it just sour grapes? No, not with these guys. These are guys who make a difference in the community. These are people who know the community. These are people who know the situation. The truth is, it wasn't all good. Good morning, Derek. Great to see you. Thanks for tuning in, Caleb. That's what they said, Caleb. That's what they said. They said it wasn't about the money. It was not an economic decision. Well, it was an economic decision. Do you want to keep your factories running over here in China or not? If you do, you can't talk smack about China. It's too difficult right now. You can't say anything good about Taiwan. I'm just telling you, that's the word that we got. This is not an interview that I had with those guys or anything. There's nothing official. But, that's it. And so just like that, now we have one newspaper. One. Then we got TV news that does maybe 3 days a week. Maybe. Nothing live. And you got us. And luckily, you got Tomas decide to do it on his own too, because he did a great job with KUAM. But I always thought he was hamstrung because he didn't have anything local here. Like there was no platform for him to really expand because people in Guam, while they may have an interest in what happens here, it's just a passing interest. COVID-2. Return of the virus. Yeah, I don't know about COVID-2. I think a lot of things. I'm not thinking about COVID-2, but I'll tell you what, that's the thing. That's what I got about it. I mean, I figure that it's going to be an interesting year this year. I can't believe we don't have a Saipan Tribune. I can't believe we have that many fewer reporters doing stuff. And we need it. We need, like, the Saipan Tribune and the folks who work there did a damn good job. Now, I wish they would have just seen the writing on the wall with regards to print media, though. I think we still need a paper. I don't know that we need two papers, but at least change it. Change the Tribune into a digital organization. That's it. They could have. And they could have cut great costs. One, you don't have to pay to get your paper printed anymore over there at the Variety. You can eliminate a whole bunch of the workload on staff. I bet you'd be able to drop at least one artist, if not more. And you can get everything done. And you'd have to restructure your sales department. I don't know. I have my own thing to worry about. I shouldn't really focus on that so much. But still, it's a tough one. It's very difficult to see it go. And it also sucks hearing it, the reasons why they closed from the people who are really there. Because really, you look at like what's really going on with our community and who's really pulling the strings and calling the shots and all that other stuff. And it's a constant battle because some days you feel like everything's great and then some days you just see it and I'm like, holy cow. It's just a couple of companies. And one of them swings the big stick for everybody. They make all the decisions. When you hear organization X is saying this, it's really that company. When you hear organization that is saying this, it's really that company. And I don't think it's a big mystery, but people just don't talk about it out loud. Because, I don't know, they're worried about getting fired or losing a job or losing a business opportunity and all this other stuff. I think there's going to be a change coming. I just don't know what it's going to be. Because one of those big companies is losing a lot of money. And what's going to happen with that? I don't know. I don't know, but we'll see. All I know is that it is 2025 and it is just about 8 o'clock. And we'll have our 8 o'clock update coming from the Associated Press. And so many things happen. So many things happened since last we met. So many. Like, we're seconds away from getting that latest update. I want to show you guys all the updates. All right, so Fabian, good morning. Great to see you. He says, okay, Brad, let's start the new year with 10. Push for our leaders. That's right. Let's knock out 10. You want to do 10? I don't know. I could, but I don't think you'd be able to see it on camera. I could just lay there on the floor. You wouldn't even know it. I could get down and do 10 for sure. I know I could do more than that. I would rather get a better camera angle, though, so you guys can see that I'm really doing it. Ray says, hey, Ray Kitqua, good morning. He says, hey, Happy New Year, Brad. I want to ask this question for the new year since it was addressed in 2024. If anyone in law enforcement sees your national and U.S. flag being flipped upside down, shouldn't they check on your well-being? I just want to ask this since you're a veteran, if I'm not mistaken, and I believe you know this. Yeah, I know what that is. So when you turn the United States flag upside down, meaning like the star section would be at the bottom, you fly it upside down. It's distress is what it's supposed to do. And I don't know if somebody's supposed to check on you, but that's what it is. The only thing is it's about like what it's for. I mean, if you see that at a base, yeah. If you see that at a military base, yes. If you see that at a police station, yes. If you just see somebody flying it, I don't know. I don't know that that's something you check on. I don't know if that's how it works. But that's what I think. You'll do 72. You're going to do 72 push-ups like right away in 2 minutes? I don't doubt you, Fabian. I don't know how many I could do in 2 minutes right now because my cardio blows. And the strength part's probably there. The extra weight around the midsection is not helping me do push-ups. But I wonder how many I could do in 2 minutes. Holy crap. I don't think I want to do that during a broadcast. I want people to see how many I can't do. But I would use, though, to be fair, you guys would have to know that the official rest position for the push-up is where, you get your butt up in the air. You can't lift your hands there, any of that stuff. Here we go. Knock them out. I wonder how many I could really do. And I wonder how difficult it would be for me to set. I could set up a camera right now and make it pretty easy. Hold on. You can't do 5 last year? No, I'm going to figure this out. Hold on. Let me set up. I have another camera. All right, let's see if I could do this. I'm going to set this one up. I got to set it on the floor. All right. I'm going to move this one up. Okay, right. I'm going to move that over here. Hold on. I think I could do this here. Just got to move it up. Where'd you go? Okay, so that's it. Hold on. I'm going to set this up. What's the background on this one? Hold on. It's the sky. That's not a great background. We need a better background. All right. Fabian, you can do it too. You should do it on a video call. I can put you on the video call. We'll both do the push-ups together. All right, Fabian, hold on. All right. You'll be able to see this behind me. Let's see how bad this is. I'm not going to be able to hear your comments for a minute. Hold on. We're going to do this. It's all because of you, Fabian. I don't know how many we're going to do. All right, wait. I'm at least going to put this up on the other screen so I can see if we're aligned okay. Okay, so let me open that up over here. Sorry, guys. We're going to do this. And Fabian, this is what I say we should do. Let's do 25 for 2025. You guys want to do this with us? Go ahead. Hold on, I'm going to put this up on the screen so I can make sure that I can see the camera view. I'm going to turn that part on. All right, here we go. I'll angle the camera down. Ooh, jeez. Let's see if this will work. This is hilarious. This is live stuff, guys. You're watching this. All right. It's going to be a little bit of a delay. Let's see if we can't make this thing work. There's this. Have you ever heard that saying that the juice is not worth the squeeze? It's kind of starting to feel that way. Okay, I'm getting a little bit of a delay. It's not going to be perfect. Okay, hold on. I'm just waiting to see it get angled down. I have a delay from what you guys are seeing. All right, well, you'll be able to see it a little bit there. That's going to be a little bit more of a, let's see. That should do it, right? All right, that's going to be it. All right, so here we go. Fabian. All right, I don't know how the audio is going to be, but so it's 2025. So let's do, I don't know how good the focus is. It doesn't look all that great. Let's do 25 for 2025, all right? Hey, if you guys want to do this too, you want to join in, the focus looks terrible. Is that just bandwidth? Hold on, let me just make sure. No, focus is fine. Just looks like lousy bandwidth over there. All right, so 25 for 2025, no matter how bad it looks, all right? We kick off these Zories. Oh my God. Hope I can do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Oh, man, I'll tell you what. There's a couple there. I don't think that would have counted. All right. Woo! All right. All right, let's see you guys. All right. All right, I'll get us back to the regular angle here. 25 for 2025. Should that be a daily thing? Great stuff. Baby, and great idea. All right. Let me take a little sip of this. New feature of the show. Oh, geez. Got a call coming in. Hold on 1 second. Whew. Hop Days on Tiro. Thanks for calling the show. Who's this?
New feature of the show. Oh, geez. Hold on 1 second.
Hello?
Hop Days on Zero. Thanks for calling the show. Who's this? New feature of the show.
Hello, hello.
Oh, geez.
All right. Well, that didn't work. So, sorry. I called. It just didn't go, or you guys called, but apparently you guys just couldn't hear us or something. So give us a try again. But thanks for the call. Woo! So we did that. Hooray. 25 for 25. Not too bad. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. It is. Oh, same call. Let's try it again.
Seth, hooray.
Half a Days on Tiro. Thanks for calling the show. Who's this?
For 25. Not too bad. All right. Well, I'll tell you what. It is. Oh, same call. Let's try it again.
Hello?
Hey, Brad. Half a Days.
Yeah, you might want to turn down your speaker. Can you turn down the speaker a little bit?
Yes. I put it on mute. Yes.
All right, great. Hey, how are you? Thanks for calling. Great idea.
Now, we did that in 25 seconds, and it was perfectly 25.
That was great. I love that idea, man. That was just awesome.
That was crazy. Thank you very much. You make the day for everybody.
Hey, you have any hopes, any dreams for this year?
Oh, man, I'm going to hit hard on the fasting part, man. Yeah.
Oh, I have. Your New Year's resolution is you're going to be doing the fasting?
Yes, probably between 14 and 16 hours fasting. You know, the food thing.
Dude, you're in great shape. What are you fasting for?
Just to keep on with my health and the diabetes side too, you know. And, it's kind of very concerning because even with me, trying to, be very disciplined with this thing, I think a lot of people here that same way should be very concerned about the diabetes. You know, that's
you're right.
Concerning.
I should be doing something too. I mean, I've been fasting, but my S has been silent.
You know what? When I just did this fasting for the 14 hours,
mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that basically I was not on track. I was like, wow, I was eating a little bit here and there, but other than that, it's also people have to watch for their consumption, how much they're consuming in a day.
Yeah, you're right. I should really do that. I was watching a video. It was an older video from doing this show like 2 years ago, and I was talking about just the difference it made just tracking the calories, and because I didn't realize like how much I was really eating. Like I'm like, I'm probably okay. No, I was eating like a crazy amount. And
on my live show, I usually say that when people ask, how did you lose weight? And I said, how did you gain weight?
Mm-hmm.
And that was the kind of a thing I say, but I didn't realize that that was on me too.
So fasting has been the cure or been the big key for you, just that intermittent fasting?
Yes. and I think they said that between 12 to 16 hours, and I did the middle one 14 hours. Yeah, so
Wow.
just cleansing. It's just part of cleansing.
That sounds like a great idea. The idea of not eating for that much time is crazy for me. I would love to do it. Maybe I'll give that a shot. So let me ask you this though: when is the easiest way for you to do it? Is it easier for you to wait till later in the day, or to start early and then stop eating early?
Later in the day. Later in the day. You know, sometimes you need to cheat, like in the morning. I just kind of eat just almost like a baby, little as much as possible, just to trick the body. Then I eat at 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 at the most. Then
Wow.
you know that will help you out throughout the night and into the morning. And even right now, I haven't eaten yet since yesterday.
Wow. Well, that's probably great. So like I've heard all kinds of different things, but everybody I've known who has done that intermittent fasting says that it's been a game changer for them. It really, it wasn't difficult and it really worked.
Yeah, it's a challenging. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy, but you gotta take it a little bit at a time. Maybe from start off with the 10 hours.
And then what happens then when you are in that window when you can eat whatever you want, or you still got to be good about it?
No. It's gonna be on your own. Find your own, food liking that you want that is healthy. I'm not gonna say that to you because for what I'm eating, with some protein, eggs, and vegetables.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's not like
so my diet plan will be different.
Well, my diet plan is that I don't have one.
Yeah, I'm not a nutritionist nor anything, but I've always stated I'm just more into motivational, inspiring people, kind of okay. But I'm not gonna be the person to recommend, what kind of food and things like that.
Yeah, I remember I saw some pictures of you from years ago, and man, you slimmed down so much. Definitely, you went from being pack to infantry.
Yeah, right now. I'm 136.
Wow, 136.
Yeah, and I fit my Class A uniform from almost 30 years ago.
Yeah, I have no chance of fitting in my Class A's from 30 years ago. I'm not even close.
Man, you gotta have that military discipline kick back into you, man. That's basically it.
Well, I mean, the thoughts of why I was being in shape back then, like my motivation was the twofold. One is because want to have a good PT score, because in an infantry unit, if you don't have a good PT score, there's bad words that they'll use for you, and I didn't want to be any of those words. Also, I was single back then too. There's another reason why you want to be in shape if you're single.
Yeah. So my push-up and Sumaya run was always been my best, except the sit-up. I always average that out.
Man, see, the sit-ups were easy for me. So, I was always good at the sit-ups, and then I was my weakest was the push-up, but then I just practiced it. And then it was about getting into that rhythm. So by the time I got out, I was able to max the PT test. But the cool thing about the sit-ups is that your shoulders don't have to go all the way back down, right? It's just the small of your back. So when people would use can I sit on the mat because my doggin hurts? I'm like, no, why are you sitting on that mat? Because it absorbs the energy when you're going back and forth. Just use that rebound, hit the small of the back on the ground, up, boom, up, boom, up, boom. And then for me, it was the run because I never really enjoyed it. I never really enjoyed the running. And by the time I got out, I was maxing all that stuff. So it was okay, but it was just what you have to do. And now the push-ups, I'm kind of okay with push-ups. The sit-ups are a lot harder because I got all this extra stuff that curls up when I'm curling up too. And then the run, woo, man, that is, I just literally, I did a post on it last night before I went to bed. about seeing. When I saw Ed De La Cruz at New Year's Eve, like inspired me. He didn't even say anything about it, but I'm like, man, I want to try. Maybe I should start. If I don't start on January 1st, I can't do one of those I ran every day this year things. So last night, went out and ran a mile.
Are you still connected with me, Brad?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. I can hear the speaker in the background. I'm wondering if you're hearing me on the phone or if you're hearing it on the speaker. So I was just waiting for the delay.
Oh, okay. I just mute that one. So anyway,
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for calling. For the challenge, and have a Happy New Year, Brad. And hopefully we can do this together.
I love it, man. You gave me inspiration on it before, so I'm looking forward to it again.
Okay, have a nice day.
You too. Take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
All right, goodbye. That's Fabian Indalacio. Oh, man, he is just great. And hold on, I got to save him into this. So the number he called was for the show phone. So, excuse me, I got to save his number on this phone so I can see it when he calls. Yes, add to contacts. Here we go. Create a new contact for this one. Yes, here we go. Fabian Indalacio. Hapasi Fabian Talu. I can't save all that into the phone. I should, though. That'd be cool. All right. So now it's 8:18. We do have the latest update from the Associated Press, but we're going to get you guys some shout outs to our sponsors. And then we're going to ask you guys like what you did for the big New Year's Eve party. We know what we did. We know that what a couple other people did. But let's find out what you guys did. We'll see you guys in a little bit just after this.
Persistence to build, be the inspiration, they witness the proof. We do what we do by the rules in the book. We be a lottie where discipline and vision is built. We lead by example, persistence to build, be the inspiration, they witness the proof. We do what we do by the rules in the book.
I used to think everything was as easy as 1, 2, 3, but now it's as easy as 4, 5, 6. That's because Paradise Dental has the CNMI's most affordable dental coverage starting at just $4 per paycheck. You heard that right. Just $4 per paycheck for singles, $5 per paycheck for couples, and just $6 per paycheck for family coverage. That'll include Tito, Jermaine, Janet, and LaToya too. Jamone! At Paradise Dental, I love the way they make me feel. So come on down to Paradise Dental today and start smiling back at the man in the mirror, or give them a call at 670-235-4040. That's 235-4040. Nobody can beat it.
You owned your car for 4 years. You named it Brad. You loved Brad. And then you totaled him. You two had been through everything together. 2 boyfriends, 3 jobs. You're like, nothing can replace Brad. Then Liberty Mutual calls. And you break into your happy dance.
If you sign up for Better Car Replacement, we'll pay for a car that's a model year newer with 15,000 fewer miles than your old one. See car insurance in a whole new light. Liberty Mutual Insurance.
AP Sports, I'm Denny Kapp. The college football playoff quarterfinals kicked off in Glendale, Arizona, with Penn State and Boise State hooking up in the Fiesta Bowl. Correspondent Tom Merriam has the recap.
Penn State became the first team to make the Final Four of this year's college football championship. The Nittany Lions beat Boise State 31-14 to win the Fiesta Bowl and move on to the semifinals. Penn State took command early, jumping out to a 14-0 lead before the game was 12 minutes old on 2 Drew Allard touchdown passes. Boise close to within 17-14 early in the second half, but Aller threw his third TD pass midway through the third quarter to put the Nittany Lions back up by 10. Nicholas Singleton's 58-yard touchdown run with just under 5 minutes remaining sealed it for James Franklin's six-seeded Lions.
We played a complete game, offense, defense, and special teams, complementary football. Did some special things tonight.
Penn State held Boise star runner Ashton Jeanty to a season-low 104 yards, leaving the Heisman runner-up 27 yards short of breaking Barry Sanders' single-season rushing record.
The other three quarterfinals will take place on Wednesday. Off the field, quarterback Cade Klubnik announced he's coming back to Clemson to play out his senior year. Top 10 college basketball, West Virginia overcame significant playing troubles and injuries to win its first-ever game at Allen Fieldhouse, upsetting 7th-ranked Kansas 62-61. Head coach Darian DeVries.
It was a tough travel day, but like I've told the guys, like injuries, flight delays, those aren't things you can control. So figure it out and, find a way to, put that stuff behind you and focus on what we can control. And I thought they did a good job of that.
Tennessee stayed undefeated heading into 2025, topping Norfolk State 67-52. The Vols are now 13-0 for the first time in 101 years. Cooper Flagg went off for 24 points, 6 assists, and 4 steals as 4th-ranked Duke routed Virginia Tech 88-65. And number 8 Marquette blitzed Providence 78-50, while 10th-ranked Kentucky blasted Brown 88-54. When we come back, we check in on the NBA and the NHL's Winter Classic. NBA, the reigning champs, closed out 2024 in style. Correspondent Gethin Coolbaugh reports.
The defending champion Celtics led by as many as 56 points while earning a 125-71 blowout victory over the Raptors. Jason Tatum's 23 points led the way for Boston. Drew Holiday added 14 points in his return from a right shoulder impingement.
Felt great to be back and obviously be in this arena and play in front of the fans and last game of the new year.
The Raptors have dropped a season-high 11 straight contests.
The Bucks overcame a 19-point third-quarter deficit to upend the Pacers 120-112. Bobby Portis chipped in 14 with 15 boards off the bench. The Clippers no-showed against the Spurs, getting drilled 122-86. Victor Wembanyama had 27 points, 9 boards, 5 assists, and 3 blocks in just 26 minutes. San Antonio goes into 2025 a game above 500. The Thunder won their 12th in a row, taming the Timberwolves 113-105. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander led all scorers with 40 points. Jaren Jackson Jr. tallied 38 points and 10 rebounds to lead the Grizzlies past the Suns 117-112. And Mark Myers was on hand to see the best team in the East travel to Tinseltown.
The Cavaliers closed out 2024 by beating the Lakers 122-110 for their 8th straight win. Center Jarrett Allen scored a team-high 27 points with 14 rebounds, and that got the attention of his coach, Kenny Atkinson.
He's our underappreciated star. When he has nights like that, it's like really, really hard to beat us.
Austin Reeves led the Lakers with 35, tying his career high. Cleveland will now head into the new year with the NBA's best record at 29-4.
NHL, the Winter Classic was held at historic Wrigley Field, where correspondent David Schuster braved the elements.
Cam Fowler scored a pair of goals in his 1,000th NHL game as the Blues defeated the Blackhawks 6-2.
It's pretty surreal, obviously. Going through a lot of emotions the last few weeks, getting adjusted to a new team, but could have asked for anything more for this experience, getting to share it with my family.
Fowler opened the scoring just 1:40 into the contest and added another tally late in the second period. The game was played in a periodic rain with the mercury in the mid-30s, and this was the second Winter Classic played at Wrigley.
In Vegas, the Canadiens overcame a 2-goal deficit to beat the Golden Knights 3-2. It was the first multi-goal comeback for the Canadiens this season. In our nation's capital, the Capitals scored the final 3 goals to beat the Bruins. Correspondent Craig Heist.
Alexei Protas scored twice, including an empty netter late, to help lead the Capitals to a 3-1 win over the Bruins. Boston took the lead 121 into the game on a goal by Justin Brazeau. Protas then tied the game in the second period, and then Jacob Chychrun put the Capitals ahead to stay with his 11th of the season on the power play, tying him for the league lead for a defenseman.
I think my shot has been, something that I've worked on my whole life and a big part of my game, and
when I have an opportunity, I try to bear down and score goals.
The Maple Leafs also beat the Islanders 3-1. Toronto's John Tavares extended his point streak to 8 games. The Avalanche win their 5th in a row, downing the Jets 5-2. Winnipeg's 4-game win streak comes to a halt. The Red Wings picked up their 2nd straight win in the Todd McClellan era, tripping up the Penguins 4-2. JT Compher put Detroit ahead with a power play tally late in the 3rd. Wyatt Johnson drove home the game winner in his 200th career game to help the Stars double up the Sabres 4-2. The Flyers blanked the Sharks 4-0, but Philly starting goalie Samuel Ersson was injured and couldn't come out for the 3rd period. It marked the 3rd time this season that Ersson was unable to finish a game. The Ducks squander a 2-goal lead in the 3rd, but Ryan Strome bails them out with the late winner to help Anaheim edge New Jersey 3-2. Marco Rossi scored twice for Minnesota to help the Wild catch the Predators 5-3. Nashville dropped its 3rd straight. The Blue Jackets survived the Hurricanes 4-3 in a shootout. Columbus's Zach Werenski became the 2nd defenseman in the last 30 years to extend a home game point streak to 13 games. Speaking of point streaks, Connor McDavid extended his to 12 games as Edmonton sent Utah to its 4th straight loss, icing the hockey club 4-1. And Nazem Kadri's 14th of the season gave Calgary the lead for good midway through the 3rd as the Flames extinguished the Canucks 3-1. I'm Denny Kapp, AP Sport.
AP News. I'm Ed Donahue. The FBI says the driver who rammed into a crowded area in the French Quarter in New Orleans may have ties to terrorism. 10 people were killed. Here's the AP's Jackie Quinn.
Police Superintendent Ann Kirkpatrick says this is evil. As witness Zion Parsons describes what he saw.
Screaming and hollering. You look down, you see somebody doing CPR.
It was a horrific scene with video showing contorted and bloodied victims on the ground, having been rammed by a pickup truck. FBI Assistant Special Agent in Charge, Althea Duncan.
Subject has been identified as 42-year-old Samsud Dim Jabbar, a U.S.-born citizen from Texas.
She says he was an Army veteran who had a black ISIS flag in his truck. He died in a shootout with police, and they don't think he acted alone.
We're aggressively running down every lead, including those of his known associates.
Governor Jeff Landry was asked how he can declare the region safe for the Sugar Bowl, delayed to Thursday.
We're hunting some bad people down, and we're securing the city, too.
I'm Jackie Quinn.
In Montenegro, an armed man killed 10 people, including 2 children. The suspect is still at large. An official says the gunman killed the owner of a bar, the bar owner's children, and his own family members. A Tesla truck caught fire and exploded outside President-elect Donald Trump's Las Vegas hotel. 1 person is dead. 7 others were injured. The hotel is just off the Vegas Strip. Saudi Arabia says it executed 6 Iranian men for drug smuggling, sparking strong objections from Iran at a time when the 2 countries are trying to mend relations. At least 3 people were killed in the Honolulu area when fireworks exploded New Year's Eve. Pope Francis ushered in the new year with a renewed appeal for the faithful to reject abortion, calling for a firm commitment to protect and respect life from conception to natural death. Wall Street closed today because of the New Year's holiday. This is AP News. Blake Lively is suing a former co-star. Here's the AP's Margie Zaraletta.
Blake Lively's lawsuit against Justin Baldoni accuses him of conducting a smear campaign against her after she spoke out about sexual harassment from Baldoni and producer Jamie Heath on the set of the film It Ends With Us. Baldoni's attorney, Brian Friedman, did not respond to a request for comment, but he has previously called Lively's allegations completely false. Lively's lawsuit comes just hours after Baldoni sued the New York Times, claiming its story about Lively's allegations relied on what Baldoni called her unverified and self-serving narrative. The New York Times says it stands by its story. Lively's lawyers say nothing about the libel lawsuit changes anything about Lively's claims. She is not a defendant in the libel lawsuit. I'm Archie Zaraletta.
Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, is starting the new year with her first Instagram account since 2020. I'm Ed Donahue, AP News.
For every generation, it has started with the call to serve. discovering the purpose and the belonging earned with the title. Learning to dig deep and push through adversity together. Defending our nation and its people. It is a life of great worth and reward. But Marines are never really finished serving. Their commitment comes full circle, visible in communities across our country. This is Semper Fidelis, always faithful, always Marine, marking a path for the next generation.
All right. Well, we're coming back with like no music background or anything, but that's okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm getting these guys all set up because we got some guests in studio who you guys have seen before. But before we get to them, we're going to send you off with a little bit about what's going on. Today is January 2nd. Let's find out what else happened this day in history.
January 2nd, 2006.
A huge white light, and a few seconds later, it's like somebody set off a powder keg. It shook the house, rattled the windows, and everything.
An explosion at the Sago mine in West Virginia kills one miner and traps a dozen underground. 11 slowly succumb to carbon monoxide poisoning, but Randall McCloy Jr. is rescued after 41 hours. 1960.
And we stand today on the edge of a new frontier, the frontier of the 1960s.
John F. Kennedy says he's running for the White House. The Massachusetts senator narrowly defeats Vice President Richard Nixon that fall. 1942, just weeks after attacking Pearl Harbor, Japanese forces capture the Philippine capital of Manila during World War II. 1935, in New Jersey, Bruno Hauptmann goes on trial, accused of kidnapping and murdering the infant son of aviator Charles Lindbergh. Hauptmann is later convicted and dies in the electric chair, insisting to the end that he's innocent. And 1983.
Tomorrow, tomorrow, I love ya. Tomorrow, you're always a day away.
The musical Annie, based on the Little Orphan Annie comic strip, closes on Broadway after 2,377 performances. Today in history, January 2nd. Camille Bohannon, The Associated Press.
All right, well, you're back, and while you're looking at traffic, it won't be for very long because I snapped my fingers, and there we go. All right, well, we have an interesting morning ahead, and I can say that with authority because whenever we get these guys coming in studio, you never know exactly what's going to happen. I don't even know what's going to happen today because all of a sudden these two kids with their fancy shirts came in studio, looking way more fancier than me in my hoodie. They come in all uniformed up with their NMI News Service stuff. Keone and Leilani, our foreign correspondents.
Hello.
Hi.
We're back once more. Studio of Dreams.
It is a studio of dreams. And nice cough. Are these sneezes or coughs?
Coughs.
Oh, all right. So what are you allergic to the news?
No. My throat sores.
Your throat is sore?
Like
from the amazing amount of news.
Ah, I got you. All right, so hey, you guys came in here today. I see you got the camera there. Do you guys have like news updates and stuff like that, or are you going to talk about like what you guys have going on?
well, both, kind of. Mostly what we have going on.
Well, what do you want to do first?
Kind of what we're doing now, you know.
Oh, you actually have something about the real news though?
Yes, about something that you're
injured.
Well, what?
There's the terrorist attack, which I do believe is a terrorist attack in New Orleans. The suspect believed to be a 42-year-old man in former military in Texas. He he had a van with like special augments. He was 10 dead, 31 killed. He grabbed into a party only 1 mile away from the Sugar Bowl, which is like a college playoff game, I think. And the FBI found some IEDs. I think those, which are improvised explosive devices.
Correct.
Yes. They found a few in the van, more around the area. Some of them seem to be non-functional, while others do, which is very concerning.
Okay, that's pretty good. I think you're doing pretty good so far.
He was also having an ISIS flag tied to the van, which FBI authorities still don't know if he's either in cooperation with ISIS, inspired by ISIS, or it's just a ploy.
All right, I like it. So, what do you think about it? Aside from reading, like, what do you think is going on with it?
Nothing good.
Obviously, but honestly, I think he might have some help with from ISIS, but honestly, quite concerning that it's still a quite major terrorist group that should be dealt with.
Okay. What do you think, Leilani, when you read stuff like that?
It's scary now. Like bad things are happening. Like the plane crash in Korea. Killing like 180 people with only 2 survivors.
Yeah.
And it was the landing that went wrong, right? Or was it?
Yeah, the landing gear.
Yeah. That's bad.
I see.
Okay, you guys are definitely following the news. I know the look on your face because of what I just typed up in there. All right. Well, you guys are here. We can talk about the news and the topics and all that stuff. And it's a pretty good deal, like talking about like what's going on. I'll tell you what, that thing about the Jeju Airlines is sad. Did you guys see the video of it?
No.
We don't need to replay it or anything, but it's pretty bad. So basically, it came in for a landing. Landing gear did not come down, so it had to skid on its belly, right, of the plane. And at the end of the runway, at the very far end of it, was like a wall, and it crashed into the wall. Big explosion, and they ended up only getting 2 survivors out of it.
That is quite unfortunate.
That's
Honestly, I can't believe like people actually survived that, even if it's only 2. But still.
Oh yeah, it was absolutely brutal, and they are. It's amazing that they found 2 survivors, and we didn't show the video of it, but they had the officials from Korea saying like that, because people want to get the remains of their loved ones back. They're like, guys, there's not anything, we can't give you the remains yet because it's just a big
mess.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of mess between like
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's terrible. But there's a lot of other good things happening. We just ran in a new year. We got to have another new year together, which is pretty cool.
Yes, 2025. Some call it the year of movies, but I call it the year of 2025.
What do you mean the year of movies? It just started.
I know, but there has been a lot of announcements of movies coming out, especially sequels like Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie, both Miles Morales and Tom Holland, which we might get crossover, but, well, who knows?
That'd be interesting.
But the last year was also kind of the year of movies because, like, what's it called? Wicked and Moana 2 happened, and then a lot more movies.
Don't forget Sonic 3.
Sonic 3 also.
I didn't watch Moana 2. I saw the original one, and it was great. So what do you think? How do you think they stacked up?
Moana 2 was good, but there's a character that I like that didn't really show up a lot, which was kind of sad.
Hey.
No, Hey was still an influential player. he was 60% of why I watched the movie. But honestly, they had still pretty good. The summary, they could have done more. There was a god that appeared for 2 seconds. They could have. There's a whole pantheon of gods. They could have played with it. They didn't. There were some funny characters, some not needed. But overall, your kid will love it. But for an adult or a mature kid such as I, it's quite disappointing.
Okay, talk about Wicked.
Oh, I liked Wicked. It was good. I like the fire gravity part. That was nice.
You know it's based on a musical?
Yeah,
Yes.
Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I'll give Wicked a pretty good score of 8.5 out of 10 because I did essentially like the plot. There were some things that were confusing to me, but I did like some parts did fit, others honestly they didn't need music. Even though it was a musical, it didn't really fit in some parts, but otherwise it was a pretty good movie overall.
I can tell you, being in here is interesting. When you're looking at when you guys are watching from home or your office or wherever you are, my kids aren't even looking at me. They're looking at themselves in the monitor right there. It is a sin to do it. I know I do it sometimes. Like I have to train myself to look right in the middle of that camera, and it's not an easy thing to do very often. All right, my children. There. Now you're only in there for a little bit. And we have the sky in the background.
Let the sky fall, let it crumble.
Is that part of the movie too?
That was a montage we didn't need.
What's that from?
Adele.
Oh no. Okay. I'm going to see if I can give us a better background for what we're about to talk about. Hold on. Here we go. I guess we could probably do this. It would take me forever to download it. All right, so let's talk about what brought you guys in. You guys have some kind of a crazy idea, but it's not a bad thing. You guys have an idea about something that you guys want to do.
Well, we know, but you guys might not know. Our school is planning a trip to Australia, which we are very excited about, but we have to pay for the fee to get to Australia.
Okay.
So we're going to need help to make that happen. So...
You're going to start washing cars?
No.
Cutting the grass?
No.
Washing dishes?
We already do that.
No, you don't. I do.
All right, so what's your plan?
Well, this January we're running a mile a day to raise funds for a trip. Here's how you can support us.
You can pledge $1 for every day we run. That's 31 miles in total. Or if it's easier, you can make a donation in advance.
But obviously that's not all. Otherwise we would raise funds because that's only $31. But still, we also have in February.
In February, we're making adorable stuffed animals that you can purchase for your loved ones, perfect for Valentine's Day or just because.
Yeah, in March we're doing a reading frenzy, so you can either pay us per book or how many pages, like 100 pages, 150, your choice. Well, either way, we're super grateful for your help. Every dollar gets us closer to Australia.
Don't forget to check out our trip shop 6ML. It's another cool way to support our fundraiser. We've got QR codes that help make donating a breeze. You can send your support, or you can send your support directly through PayPal.
Some may be wondering why we're so excited about Australia trip. Well, besides having to pay for that, we actually get to have some cool and some fun adventures. For example, we'll visit Sydney and see cool spots like the Sydney Opera House that appears in Finding Nemo.
In Townsville, we'll ride boats and snorkel the Great Barrier Reef. I mean, who gets to do that? With a marine expert guide, obviously, and that's great. So we'll learn about the awesome Nawaji people I'm the coach at Ngala Station.
Also, don't forget the Australian food. Just imagine it. Meat pies, lamingtons, and more.
We're so thankful for any way you can help. Whether it's a pledge, buying a stuffed animal, or cheering us on, every dollar gets us closer to this once-in-a-lifetime trip.
Well, thanks for doing your best to support us and helping us make this dream come true.
All right, so you guys are trying to get to Australia. It's for your school, and you're going to be doing so. So this month, it's about running.
Yes.
All right, so how does somebody help you out with that?
We run.
No, they sponsor a mile. Like they can either sponsor what you're trying to do for this month. How do we know that you're running?
Well, my mom is there, and she's an expert athlete. She will make us run, and we will run.
We will.
Well, are you going to log your miles? Or are you going to say people, like, this is where we ran today or anything? Like, if I want to support you guys, aside from giving you a house and food, then how would I know I'm getting something out of my support for you guys? How do I know you're doing your real miles?
My mom will tell you.
670.
I'm on it right now. I don't see any of this.
On your WhatsApp.
Okay. So I'll check it out on WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Should get it. Not sponsored.
Oh, hold on, 1 second. One moment. Oh, geez. Okay, there we go. So I got you. I just got a message from someone telling me we sounded a little echoey, and now I know why. It was that the other camera was on for the whatchamacallit. Sorry, guys. And this I got to change. Oh no, it was the that new USB capture card that we've got. Okay, so hold on, I'm changing this for you guys too, because I'm gonna put this on here. Okay, and I gotta change the year. And your mom, this expert athlete you talk about, just sent me this stuff. So here, let me open this up. Trip Shop 670. Oh, you guys have an actual website?
Yes.
Yeah. We're professionals here, Dad.
Very professional.
By professionals, I mean Mom.
When did that start?
A few months ago.
All right, hold on. No, I remember that. I just don't remember this website part. Hold on.
Oh.
Let me open this up so people can see it. All right, and kapow. Look at that. So I remember this, but let's get down to the. Oh, this is a whole new thing. Here we go. It says, where are we going? I wonder, do I have a share for this? That's all right. Where are we going? Australia and Peru. Holy cow, you guys aren't messing around.
Australia in 2026, Peru hopefully in 2027.
Wow, this is pretty awesome. So you're going to be doing all these different things, but you guys are going to be basically gone for 2 weeks?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the big deal. Okay, here, let me get this, at least so I can get this part on here. You can see how much I had to do with this. This is definitely all Mom's work helping you out. So I want to move this up so people can see that part. All right.
Also the QR code to help make donating a breeze.
Yeah, I'll get that part on there.
Oh.
Don't worry. All right, so let's open this up. I got to change the source of it. Oh, where are we? This one. Okay. We're going to open that up all the way. Kapoo. All right, then we're going to get to the other stuff here in just a minute. But first, let's get this on here. And forget how to do this. Do I double click on this to make it full screen? How do I make this full screen? And why don't I know that?
Slideshow.
Yeah, but okay, easy there, clicker. I can just hear you clicking in my headphones. All right. Oh, slideshow up here. Okay, there we go.
Ta-da!
This way you guys can see. Oh man.
Oh, it's not still. Oh man.
Yeah, I'll fix that. Ooh, there we go.
Oh.
All right, so this is what you plan on doing. So you guys already ran yesterday?
Yes. We also did a bit of biking at the gym. You know, the standstill bikes and some jump ropes.
Okay, and where do you guys plan on running today?
Probably at Beach Road. Oh, did you say when or where?
Where?
Oh, Beach Road.
Most likely.
That's just a nice, easy course.
Yeah, it's
and
really
don't
flat.
forget the amazing shack right after. You know, you should go visit Shack right now, guys.
Sponsored? Question.
Sponsored.
Wait.
Oh yeah, the shack is awesome.
Yes.
I love that place.
Just imagine after a nice hard run, you get to have an amazing smoothie. Sponsored.
I don't know if the shack will be open when we finish our run.
No, what time are you gonna do it?
Afternoon.
Well, as long as you're in there before 2:00, you should be fine.
Okay, we'll be fine.
So-
The Shack. The snack that's Mayo's back.
Okay. All right. So anyway, my children here talking about what they're trying to do, and this is their whole thing. They came up with this idea on how to raise funds for this trip that they're trying to take, and I love it because more than anything, that it's not just sitting around on a corner saying, "Will you?" or at an intersection. Change. Yes. So you're out there trying to do something. What's the other one that you're going to do for February?
Making stuffed animals and plushies to sell. Like.
Ooh. Yeah, hold on. I actually have. You have a slide on that too.
Yes.
Oh, it's got a video?
It does?
Yeah, it says. Let's see what this video is.
And that's why we know it's for Mom.
Oh yeah, that's me making the stuffies. It's out of socks, by the way. It took so long just to make a few.
Well, I love it. But you're making ears?
Yeah, because they're doggies.
Oh,
or I can make them like whatever.
You can, and we promise we won't plant GPSs, so we won't know your exact location for now.
What?
We won't plant.
Oh, you won't put them on.
Oh, County. Oh,
Okay. Nice. All right. Well, I like it. So you're selling those. Those are great Valentine's gifts.
Yes, and yeah.
So you haven't started those yet?
No, we haven't. But planning to make some in February.
All right. Well, we know now where they can do it. So you're hold on, let me put that back on there. So just so in case anyone wants to help you out, there it is. There's your QR codes. So if they want to donate to you guys, they can.
Yes.
Please.
Let the money roll. Let it fall in.
Okay. Hey, so are you guys off all week? When do you guys go back to school?
The 8th.
Oh man, that's a great break.
Yes.
Everyone keeps saying that. I feel like it's too short.
Too short.
Yeah.
We should have the whole you off.
How many days off do you think I get?
0.
Yeah.
Well,
So this is a good idea. You guys got off from the end of December, the 20th, all the way until the 8th. Phew, that's a solid 3 weeks. That's a great vacation.
I'm also. That's why I'm doing a D&D story. You know.
No, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing it.
A D&D what?
A campaign. You know what that is?
Yeah, but you guys are. Who's in your group?
It's going to be an elective. I already got some guaranteed people. You know. So, yes, the elective shall be a D&D campaign. I've done my research.
Okay.
My research.
All right. Well, now we know that you're raising money, trying to get stuff done, and it's pretty exciting. I'm excited for you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what else is going on? Tell me what. So you were coming on here. You saw the whole thing about the show.
Yeah.
So you're thinking you're going to come on and talk about that stuff, but then you were checking out news stories. Is that the only one that you guys saw that was interesting?
That's basically what took up the majority of the headlines. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's all right. It did. That's effective, yeah. So, all right, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to take a real quick break. I know that we got you guys here, so we'll enjoy it. We're in about 5 minutes, we're going to have the latest update from the Associated Press. Actually, we were going to wrap it up at 9 anyway, but we could just, we'll still give people the the update from the AP. But what else is new? What do you expect? What do you hope to have happen in this year, in 2025? What your big hopes and dreams as middle schoolers?
Reaching our goal to go to Australia.
Possibly. I want to read 2 different things. I'm already in the reading frenzy, so I want to finish this thing that I started in COVID. This book series called The Inheritance Cycle. And I also want to read this book that apparently enlightens people, The Angelarium, the Book of Emanations. Heard it's good.
I want to start reading.
Is there like a certain kind of book you want to read or anything? Like, is there a style?
Cat in the Hat would be good.
Okay, yeah, probably like beginner books and I'm kidding. Like fantasy. Like with dragons and stuff. But not really like D&D kind of.
It's kind of like Harry Potter stuff, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Would you want modern fantasy?
I don't know what that is.
What is that like?
It's basically
dragons with
things
phones
like,
and computers and stuff.
Modern introduces, like, when you add something modern to it, like modern mythology would be something like Percy Jackson, Magnus Chase, basically all of Rick Riordan's books. But
I like the series Wings of Fire.
I've never heard of it. What's it about?
Dragons.
Wings. That
buffalo
burning?
wings and dragons.
No.
So dragons?
Yes.
All right, like
There's different types. Like clay is.
I forgot. I read that in third grade. Okay.
Tsunami is like my
Water.
favorite. I know she's a water dragon, and she's like my favorite character. And I want to reread.
it's a female dragon named Tsunami. Is her first name Sue and her last name Nami?
No.
Oh, okay.
Tsunami
All right.
is her first name.
There's also a lot of plot twists that my third grade brain tried to handle. And that's why I read 500-page books.
I already read the whole thing, but I forgot, and it was a good book, so I'm gonna read it again.
Oh, I like it. Have you done that, Bear?
I read all the way to book 11 until I realized they didn't have any more ebooks. Now there's over 15 books. All of them, at least, I think, have maybe 100, 200 pages. I don't know. But it's a very long, maybe 200, you know. So that would be 30,000 books, you know. I mean, 3,000 pages in total. Good luck.
Well, you still got to go up from book 12 to 15.
No, I forgot, you know. I kind of started my own. I kind of tried a different dragon book, The Inheritance Cycle. You know, dwarves, elves, humans, and dwarves, and elves.
And humans?
No. And Urgles, which are basically orcs.
All right. Well, how about, like, aside from reading, just how about, like, school and life in general? Like, what are things that you think that you'd like to do in, like, this year? What sounds exciting? What sounds interesting?
Expand my brain.
Okay.
I like get smarter.
Yes, 1 peanut to 2 peanut. I'm just joking. You have a lot of potential. You got this.
There's a lot of support there for each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would like to see you guys definitely be more supportive of each other. I think that would be a big plus.
We're trying. Hopefully.
I like it. All right, I'm going to move these things around on the screen so I can actually see you guys. It looks like I'm looking off camera when I'm watching you guys. Or I'm looking somewhere completely different. All right, so let's do this. All right, so you guys are thinking Shaq, and you're thinking about going for a run. So these are both good things, things I can fully get behind as someone who likes to eat and someone who's starting to run again. 31 miles, is that the cap? Is that the most that you guys are going to end up doing for this thing?
Obviously, there's going to be some days where we're going to run more, but so far that's our expectation. We hope a mile a day. We usually run best was like a 5K a week. We quit that within no less than a month, but we tried. So hopefully we have something consecutive to like build up our confidence, and then, you know.
Well, I mean, like, think about, like, for sports. Are there things that this year that you'd want to do that you haven't been able to do yet? Like, is there, like, there's no rule about, like, what this goal is, but, like, what things you might want to do this year. Like, this year I want to run a mile in this amount of time. This year I want to play soccer this way. Whatever it happens to be.
I want to try badminton.
Yeah, badminton. Okay.
School badminton.
You got this.
How about you, Bear? You want to try badminton?
I'm okay.
You can. I'll tell you, I know I definitely told these kids that what I thought about badminton. That probably turned them away from it. But I've changed. I'm okay. If you guys like badminton, then I will support that.
No, honestly, I might be full with it. I don't know. No. I haven't thought that far ahead.
Okay. Well, I think that's either way. If you end up wanting to do badminton, I will definitely be excited to see you try it.
I've been to like some badminton games for some extra credit.
Oh, to watch them.
Yes.
Right. I get that.
You're
All
going
right.
to be in high school next year.
Holy cow. You're going to be a high schooler.
And then I'm gonna get my second growth spurt.
You get 2 growth spurts.
Yes.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah,
And it's like the aftershock, like, of an earthquake. It's okay if you get one. It's gonna be a tall one. I just know it.
She's already getting tall.
I know.
My growth spurt is slow. It's a slow growth spurt.
You have a girl growth spurt. It's different.
I know. That's why I said
Yeah,
it's slow.
it's no big deal. And Bear, you're going to get your growth spurt again. I can't believe you're already tall, dude.
Yes,
Almost
I'm size
taller
11.
than you.
Almost. But
Like
not
2
yet.
more inches.
Yeah, he'll get there. He's definitely going to be taller than me.
Yes,
I
guaranteed.
think if I just like put my hair up like this, maybe I'll.
You'll be taller if you do it.
Are you
but
taller
that's
than
cheating.
Are you taller than Mom yet?
Almost.
Yeah.
Not quite.
I'm almost there, Dad. Eventually, I'll reach you.
Oh yeah, you'll be there. So I know you guys were biking a lot at one point. Keone, you were thinking about doing like getting a road bike. Is that something you're still thinking about for this year?
I'm still comfortable with my mountain bike, so I don't know if I'll get a road bike. You know, I don't know if that's something I'm gonna do long term. So I don't know if I'm gonna spend that money on a road bike, because I do like trails, you know, instead of just on the road. But it still hurts to see Mom pass me by every single time with a fancy road bike.
Well, maybe not for a while.
Yes, but we can go on trails.
Yeah, we can go for all kinds of cool rides.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm trying to think of like the last time I took you guys on a good trail. And the most recent time, it's been a while.
Yes.
I think was going down to Lau Lau.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Oh, that's still a good ride. Coming back up the hill is the hardest.
We didn't go back up the hill. We asked Mom to.
She ended up finding.
Oh, you did. I had to carry my bike. I didn't pedal. I did carry my bike.
No.
You didn't go back up.
What? I didn't.
No. That's how long ago it is. We need to revamp this. Plus, there's all kinds of cool trail rides. We can ride down to, from where we're at, we can ride all the way down to like Ladder Beach, or we can go down to Objan. That's a good little trail ride once we get down to the trail part. Hooray. All right. Well, hey, it's go ahead.
Oh, I just wanted to say another thing I want to do this year is go on more hikes.
That's a great idea. You can't hear it because you don't have your headphones on, but I can hear you really breathe into the microphone. That's why your sister just looked at you. So we got to get you. I got to get a headphones for you while you're over there.
Okay.
I like that idea of going on more hikes this year. There's a lot of cool things. One of the things that we could do to make it really easy is just find out where the hash goes every Saturday. And then we can re-hike that trail because the trail will be open. We hike that trail on Sundays. Take us around a little bit.
Do you know what a clear kayak is?
Yeah, it's like a regular kayak, but
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to try that. Yeah.
Okay. That sounds cool. I mean, we do more swimming this year, and more snorkeling this year. I'd definitely like to do more swimming, like out to the tanks and all that kind of stuff. So, deal. And then after the show, I don't mind going out and doing stuff. But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up for the show. What do you think?
Good idea.
All right.
If that's your plan, we shall abide to said plan.
Yes, well, that sounds like a good plan. All right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send people out, though, with the latest that we got from the Associated Press, because it's out, and it's a nice, chill day. Most people having a vacay today. I'm having one, and this way we could do more stuff. So I'm going to send people out with that. Sound like a deal? All right, you want to say goodbye or hello to anybody?
Yes. Good morning, Marianas.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, you guys. Hey, Chris Tomakane, he's watching out there from Seattle.
Oh,
Hello,
that's
Chris.
Yeah.
Hello.
All right. Well, we're going to get you guys out with the latest from the Associated Press because it's available, and then we're going to call it a day. It is January 2nd, and I'm ready to go and just relax a little bit today.
Mm-hmm.
Hooray.
And,
Huzzah! Huzzah!
Okay. We'll see you guys again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock-ish. It's definitely on island time for Good Morning Marianas. All right, guys. You guys have a great day, and we'll send you out with the latest right here from the Associated Press.
bye-bye.
AP News, I'm Ben Thomas. A hunt is on for additional suspects after a New Year's Day attack in New Orleans killed at least 10 people and injured dozens more. Jackie Quinn has the latest.
Carnage on the first day of the new year.
Bodies all up and down the street.
A horrific morning after New Year's Eve celebrations in New Orleans' French Quarter. This witness, Zion Parsons, describes it.
A truck hits the corner and comes barreling through people, throwing people like a movie scene.
And the FBI's Althea Duncan says,
After hitting the crowd, he exited the vehicle and fired upon local law enforcement.
He was killed, but they don't think 42-year-old Shamsuddin Jabbar of Texas, an Army veteran, acted alone.
We're aggressively running down every lead, including those of his known associates.
A law enforcement bulletin obtained by the Associated Press says surveillance footage captured 3 men and a woman placing an improvised explosive device in the area. Their identities are being sought. I'm Jackie Quinn.
The incidents forced the postponement of tonight's Sugar Bowl. Georgia and Notre Dame were to meet in the college football playoff quarterfinal. The game now set for tomorrow. Meantime, another deadly incident in Las Vegas. Lisa Dwyer has this one.
1 person is dead and 7 more people are injured after a Tesla truck caught fire and exploded outside the lobby of Donald Trump's Las Vegas hotel. Officials say that the person who died was inside the vehicle New Year's Day in the hotel's valet area. In a post on the social media platform X, Eric Trump praised the fire department and local law enforcement for their swift response. The 64-story hotel is just off the famed Las Vegas Strip and across the street from the fashion show Las Vegas Shopping Mall. I'm Lisa Dwyer.
In South Korea, investigators have retrieved the black boxes from the Jeju Air Boeing 737-800 that crashed on the runway Sunday, killing 179. This is AP News. In the college football playoff, a dramatic Peach Bowl, Texas beats Arizona